So, hello commanders and welcome to the stream. We are still in the Tenebrea sector of the galaxy. We are following in straight off from where we finished in the last stream. So let's have a quick look at the galaxy map to see where that is. Right, so we are a couple of jumps away from this fleet carrier here. So the last stream we travelled from about there towards there. I did find a planet at the end of the stream with 6 forms of life on it. I think maybe 7. I scanned one of them, and then that's when I ended the stream. So yeah, we are a few jumps away from this fleet carrier. So I think we have. Let me have a look. I think we have 3 or 4 planets. Yeah, there's 3 planets in this system for us to go and visit. There's at least one more for us to land on. That might be a long way away, but that's got two forms of life on it. So let's log into the game and begin. Right, so yeah, I did scan some red concha at the end of the last stream. So that's already scanned, and there are six biological signals on this planet. I've scanned one of them so far. Right, okay, let's get into the SRV and go and see what we can find. So yeah, so there's osseous on this planet. I haven't found any of that yet, but I did see there's Selpus there straight away. So just popped out of the ship and got Selpus underneath us. Yes, Selpus is quite rare. Do we? Looking for a screenshot. So yeah. So let's scan this, see what variety it is. Yeah, you only sort of find this on planets that have got like 5 or more forms of life on them. So that's Lacrimum Grey, Selpus, Lacrimum Grey. I found 2 of those before. So that's just right. So yeah, so we need to go and find 2 more of those. There are plenty around, so it shouldn't be hard to find. We can also see the big green leaves there, Alanoida. So Selpus, we need to go 150 meters between samples. Yeah, so we've got the Alanoida and there's some tussock or something down there. Right, there's another Selpus.
Drive assist off.
So that's 2 of those. Ah, right, okay. Right, so the mic is working. I just haven't got it turned on. Right, so okay. So back into the game. Right, so I suspect the beginning of the game had no audio on it. So I'll repeat everything I just said. Yeah, so we are a couple of jumps away from a fleet carrier. This planet's got 6 forms of life on it. So we just started scanning the second one. I did start scanning this at the end of the last stream. So this stream followed on immediately from where the last stream finished. Not done anything since then. We are on the way back from the tip of the spiral arm back to the bubble. The last stream was the sort of first step, the first bit on the way home. So we're going to go to the fleet carrier, hopefully sell all the bio data to Vista Genomics, and then we'll jump onto the neutron star superhighway to get to the next sector, which so the next sector that I haven't been to before, which will be the last sector on the tour, is 2 sectors away. So we're going to have to sort of go back through the sector that we came through to arrive here, and possibly even the one before that as well, and before we get to the next sector that we haven't visited before. Right, so we got the alanoids over there. I've not taken a screenshot yet on this planet, so I shall do that. Yeah, so these have like purple pineapples in the middle of them.
Drive assist off.
I'm assuming the plant species, the way they name them, is relative to Earth. So again, these have nice blue shade when you shine light through them. So I'm trying to get a screenshot of the purple pineapples. Let's do a scan first to see precisely what type of alanoids we're looking at. So Alanoida gravis turquoise. Alanoida, right, so I haven't got turquoise one. Oh, I have. So yeah, this is the 3rd turquoise one I found. And alright, screenshot time now. So let's go into the camera suite. And I'll try and get an idea of how many of these things there are. And try and get pretty close to one of the purple pineapples. Alright, okay, I think I will go with that. I'll just move my avatar back a little bit so we can see it a bit better. Let's get him scanning the next one back. What difference does turning the lights on do? Oh, puts a shadow on there, so we'll do that too. Right, okay, print screen there. And I will just save that screenshot. Right, so we need the planet name, so to name the screenshot. Right, okay, that's the screenshot saved. So we'll go and scan two more of these. And I've also got tussock around here, I think, so we'll scan that as well. Then we'll get back in the ship and have a search for the osseous, which I had a bit of a search for osseous at the end of the last stream. Yeah, so for alanoids we need to go 150 meters again. So there's bacteria there. So we'll do bacteria as well before we get in the ship.
Drive assist off.
Right, okay, that's number 2. Right, so I should have reached the my goal of 1,000 plants by now. I still need to sell the last 25 or so. But yeah, I think I saw some tussock there as well. So let's go and scan that one because we've got a tussock right next to it.
Drive assist off.
Right, so that is the alanoids complete. So we now have the tussock. See what kind this is. Trichium grey. Is that a new species? Tussock. It's a new colour, but not a new species. So I found emerald and lime before, but never grey. Okay. It's quite rare, so it's only the fifth trichium that I found. Yeah, again, I've got more bacteria there, so the bacteria should be relatively easy to find. Right, so to find tussock, the easiest way to do that is to, well, again, it's pretty easy to spot on this planet because it's green and everything else isn't. So it's 200 meters between samples. Hopefully that was 200 meters.
Drive assist off.
So hello and welcome to the stream. We are touring the galaxy, collecting biological data. At the moment, after we've done this system, we will be heading towards a fleet carrier, which is, I think it's probably less than 10 jumps away, to sell the data that I haven't sold yet. So I think I've got about 25 plants worth of data, or 25 species to sell. And then after we've done that, we'll start heading back towards the bubble with a vengeance. At the moment, we're currently pretty close to the edge of the galaxy, but we have a big. We can't head directly back to the bubble because there's a big gap in the stars where we can't jump across. So we're going to have to go around a little bit, and yeah, we've got one more sector to visit to complete the tour of the galaxy, and there's another 3 fleet carriers to visit to complete the tour as well. So yeah, hopefully we'll be covering one of those fleet carriers today and possibly jumping onto the neutron star superhighway to head towards the next one. Right, so that was that completed. So now we need to look for bacteria. Can I see any around here? No, can't see any, so we'll have to drive around a little bit to find that. Right, okay, we need to get a little bit of altitude to find the bacteria. I mean, we found 2 bits already, it's just we were scanning different plants at the time. It will appear as a flat patch on the ground. There's some over there, straight ahead. So yeah, past these Sulpus. Yeah, there we go. That's just some just there.
Drive assist off.
See what type this is. So that's Aurus green, a bacteria, Aurus green. Found 16 of those now. What's that bring my total up to? So this will be my. Well, I needed to get 76 plants to get to 1,000, and this will be 80. So this will be my 1,004th plant. At least it will be when I finish scanning that. Alright, so I need for bacteria you need to go 500 meters between samples. Actually, I've got a feeling I parked near some bacteria as well, so after we found the next one, we'll just head back towards the ship and check in front of the ship. Oh, there's one just there. Oh, there's two there actually.
Drive assist off.
Right, so far on this planet I've scanned Concha, Salpus, alanoids, tussock, and bacteria. So it's Concha, Salpus, alanoid, tussock, bacteria. So there's one left, which I think is it's osseous. Yes, I've still got to do osseous. So we'll fly around and look for that. So this region, there should be osseous in this region. All right. So yeah, we just passed over some bacteria back there. There it is. Hopefully that's far enough away from the last lot. Yep. So osseous can be seen from the ship. It can be seen from about 200 meters up. If we try and keep it about 150 meters, so that's complete, we should see osseous. Osseous grows on rocky outcrops on flat areas. So this is a mainly flat area, and there's quite a lot of rocky bits. So yeah, you never see it on the smooth bits, but on the rocky bits, yeah, that's normally where it's found.
Drive assist off.
Right, so we're not yet sure of the type of osseous on this planet. There's a huge number of bacteria on a rocky bit there. I've never seen that before. Right, so yeah, we need to be looking at the sort of little rocky bits. Try and keep an altitude of about 100 meters. So these little wrinkly bits, they're what we're looking for. And osseous is generally bigger than everything else, although the alanoids on this planet are quite big. Actually, night vision helps as well, so osseous shows up from a long way away. What do we have here? Right, so it's normally a light colour. Which is one of the harder things to find. And not only that, but you also have to go 800 meters between samples. It's also one of the ones that can be seen from furthest away. Alright, let's try for a bit. Right, because the alanoids are the dark green, and osseous are normally quite pale. So there's loads and loads of the type of ground it likes here, but no sign of it. Right, don't want to get too high, otherwise it just won't rise up. So yeah, I want to be keeping about 100 and between 100 and 150 meters altitude. Alright, I'll do this for another minute or two, and if that doesn't work, I'll go up and look for a new location and come down somewhere else. But this is just the kind of land it likes, so I'm really surprised I'm not seeing anything if there was a high concentration around here. Yeah, okay, let's go into low orbit and we'll come down at another location.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, so we need to go up above the drop line. That's the DRP line we're just arriving at now. I'm going to scan view, change that to osseous. Oh, still need to be in there. Yeah, so there's huge swathes of osseous on this planet, so should be easy enough to find. But we'll just go down, find an area down there that looks like it's going to have the rocky bits that osseous likes. So that ridge there looks sort of ideal. Don't want to be going for the totally flat regions. Yeah, we'll just look around down there. Yeah, not seen anything yet. Up there, they're alanoids down there, so it's not those. Sulpus. Sulpus are the little silver, like shells. Ah, there we have one. This is one of the smaller varieties, which is probably why it's been harder to find. But yeah, just there in the middle of the screen we have one, so I need to find somewhere to land now.
Landing gear deployed.
Doesn't look like it'd be hard to find somewhere to land around here. There we go. And I'll go out by foot. It's not worth getting the SRV out for one plant. Yeah, so these are some of the smaller ones, which is why they're proving harder to find. I'm not quite sure what these ones are called. Osseous cornibus indigo. That's not very indigo, but okay. Cornibus indigo. That's only the second indigo one I found. Yeah, that is the least indigo thing I think I've ever seen. Right, so need to find 2 more of those.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
So yeah, now we know what we're looking for. Again, we do need to go 800 meters between samples, so flying is often the best option when you need to go that far between samples. Don't want to fly around too fast, because you need to give them time to res up, because things don't always appear immediately. Yeah, loads of everything else, just the one thing we're looking for. Well, I suppose it's the last thing we're looking for as well. Right, so I think I've run out of Good bits in this area. Let's boost over to that lot over there. It's a little bit dangerous boosting when you're in a ship with virtually no shields. I'm getting too high now. I wonder about the propagation of these things with them being so far apart. Right, where is another big patch? Right, there was something on that last patch there. No, I think that was just some rocks. Right, it can be a pain in the backside to find, but it's normally a lot easier than this. Ah, there's two.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, definitely not indigo. Whether it flowers in some indigo flowers that I've never seen it do, or something like that, I don't know, but yeah, some of the colours, the named things, don't really correspond to the colours that they actually appear to be. Right, so we'll pay special attention around here.
Exceeded.
That's the highest concentration we've seen so far, just 2. We've still got to go at least 800 meters before the next one though, so don't want to be too close. Yeah, this is a lot easier in a smaller ship. Particularly a smaller ship with better shields. So as you saw, just a few taps on the ground will completely take the shields out on this. Right, so it looks like there's a huge area of rocks over here. Loads of bacteria, loads of tussock, loads of alanoids. Very little in the way of osseous. So there is rocky land ahead of us, but I've got a feeling that's going to be too rocky. Let's head in that direction and see. There we go. Alright, can we land near there?
Retracted. Landing gear deployed.
Free there. Alright, I don't think we can land there. I think, oh, got nose caught on something, but we should be able to land over here. Right, so that is this planning done, or at least there will be once I've scanned those. Where are they? There they are. So I will fly up until over again and double check, but I'm pretty sure I've scanned everything on this planet now. And then we will head off to the next one. So the next planet is orbiting secondary star B. So it may be a long way off.
Power plant capacity exceeded. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So I want to be in analysis mode. As soon as we get past the DRP line, I'll hit the scanner button to get the list of things up. There we go. So we have Osseous, Tussock, got both of those. Alanoids got that. Bacterium we got. Sulpus we got. And Concha we got. Back to Osseous. So yeah, we've done everything on that planet. And now we need to go to planet B2. So we need to visit this one, which has one biological signal, and this one, which has 2. I don't know how far away they are. 10,000 light seconds, so that's not too bad. Could be a lot worse than that. So yeah, we've targeted that. So yeah, it's not going to take us too long to get there, but I'll put news on. So I'm not actually listening to any news for a while. So let's see what's been happening in the codex. Oh, that's not it. This one.
Thargoid War Update. March 3309. Vox Galactica correspondent Jade Sanderlin reports on the latest developments regarding the war against the Thargoids. In the broad sense, there have been few significant changes in Thargoid tactics. The 8 maelstroms continue to send waves of Thargoid vessels deeper into the core systems. Anti-Xeno forces are certainly winning victories, and in some cases retaking previously occupied systems. But we are still losing more than we save. Despite being reformed only recently, Aegis has hit the ground running. Its caustic sink launcher is now available following a successful trial by Aidan Tanner. This ingenious device increases the amount of time that a ship can spend inside a maelstrom before being impaired by corrosive damage. The repulsing energy wave at the cloud centers, however, remains impenetrable. I understand that Aegis has prioritized gathering data about this defense mechanism, and research is underway into possible countermeasures. Until more can be learned about the true nature of the maelstroms, the chances of destroying them are virtually zero. The Alliance, Empire, and Federation are all working to reinforce their military strength. But the front line of this war is primarily being waged by independent pilots and squadrons. Heroic individuals such as Commander Oakmeo's TTT, Commander Night Fury, and Commander Frank XJR have achieved fame for their phenomenal success at destroying Thargoid vessels. Such small rays of hope in the darkness remain few and far between. Many battles are being won, but the creeping fear of inevitable defeat weighs heavily on all our souls. This is Jade Sanderlin for Vox Galactica. Stay safe out there. Winters announces Election Manifesto. The Liberal Party has published a detailed political manifesto in advance of the Federation's presidential election in June. Shadow President Felicia Winters summarized her party's plans during a campaign rally on Rhea 3. The freedoms and privileges of federal citizens have been abused or ignored by the Hudson administration. Our vision for governance focuses on restoring the Federation's core values, offering every individual the opportunities they deserve. As your democratically elected president, I will take great pleasure in dismantling the Proactive Detection Bureau on day 1. The mass monitoring of private communications is a violation of civil rights that must end immediately. For those concerned about security, especially the Thargoid threat, I assure you that there will be no reduction in military spending. In fact, our aim is to extend naval and humanitarian assistance to independent systems near our borders that face Thargoid aggression. By supporting systems around federal space, we will establish a robust front line to repel Thargoid forces. The Federal Free Press praised the manifesto, remarking that it displayed the balance of strength and compassion that has long been lacking from our leadership. However, an editorial in Sol today claimed, Winters' grip on political reality has been weakened by years of ineffectual hand-wringing. In related news, the Republican Party is currently holding a series of caucuses to select their presidential candidate. Grand Attorney Edwin Espinosa and Congressman Tandeka Kwabe have been eliminated from the running, leaving Vice President Jerome Archer and Secretary of State Lana Berkovich as the remaining nominees. Far God cultists rescue Seo Jin-A. Seo Jin-A has arrived safely in the Loiton star system, aboard an order of the Far God megaship. A message was transmitted by the first apostle of the True Chapters, a proactive sect of the pacifistic religion, from aboard the Testament. The one known to non-believers as Subject D2 or Sejin-A is sacred to us as the Preceptor, the first human to interpret the will of the Far God. We know her to be a holy emissary, on a personal pilgrimage that exposed her to great danger. I was able to convince my brethren to locate the Preceptor and offer her safe harbor from the heretics. I beseeched the Preceptor to help us hear the Far God's divine thoughts as she does, but she informed me that the time was not yet right. She requested a reunion with her friends, who also seek ways to commune with its heralds. While this insistence on collaborating with the unworthy is curious, we have faith that the Far God guides her path. One day the Preceptor will prepare us for the extinction of all life. It is our honor to serve her. Professor Albert Tesreau gave a statement to the media. I am very grateful to the First Apostle for her help. The Testament's timely intervention routed several unidentified hostile ships that were hunting Sir Jin-A. Once she has completed a medical assessment, we hope to learn more about her recent findings. Congressman Tom Gillespie has instructed Aegis not to make formal contact with Far God cultists, whose faith is outlawed in the Federation as well as the Empire. A week's clemency has been issued in recognition of Sir's safe return, but the Testament's presence deep in federal territory is likely to irritate President Hudson.
Okay, some interesting news there. Named commanders has been named for being good for killing Thargoids, and that is new. I think I don't remember commanders' names being mentioned in Codex before, although I could be wrong. And again, quite a lot about the up and coming election for head of the Federation. I can't say I'm not pleased to see the back of Zachary Hudson, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Right, so let's scan this planet now. So this is the one that has one biological signal on it. If that's just bacteria, I will head straight off to the next one. And there's a bit of news there at the beginning about the new anti-corrosive things. So that's just bacteria for getting into the maelstroms. So yeah, I'll probably have a look at those when I get back to the bubble. Right, let's choose the next planet next before we head off towards it. I don't know which direction it is in. Yeah, so we'll definitely be landing on this planet. There's 2 biological signals. Not too far, just 300 light seconds this time.
Congress votes against Hudson contravention. President Zachary Hudson's motion to allow him to serve a second term of office has been defeated by congressional vote. The proposal would have temporarily repealed the 77th Amendment of the Federal Accord, which sets a maximum presidential term of 8 years. A narrow majority voted not to accept this change to the Federation's constitution. President Hudson addressed Congress following the announcement of the result. The Federation's democratic principles are paramount, and so I accept the decision of this chamber. I only hope that the disruption caused by a shift in leadership does not weaken our ability to withstand the current challenges. It is with total conviction that I say the Republican Party will achieve victory in the ongoing war and maintain security within our borders. I intend to support the next Republican candidate to the best of my ability. This outcome confirms that President Hudson's administration will officially end shortly after the election, which is expected to take place in June but with no official date set. However, considering his many commercial and military connections, Hudson will remain a powerful political figure with a loyal supporter base. Nominees for the Republican Party's new presidential candidate have begun lobbying for support. The frontrunners are 3 senior members of Hudson's cabinet: Vice President Jerome Archer, Secretary of State Lana Berkovich, and Grand Attorney Edwin Espinosa. Congressman Tandeka Kwabe has also been nominated despite her relative inexperience. The Liberal Party's candidates, Shadow President Felicia Winters and her running mate Isolde Rochester, have launched their presidential campaign. Several independent candidates are challenging
Surface scan by 50%.
the 2 main political parties,
Surface scan complete.
but only the famous entrepreneur Zachary Rackham is being viewed as a serious threat. Rumors circulate.
I think we listened to that news item in the last stream. Right, so we've got stratum and bacteria on this planet. Find somewhere that's
Orbital flight engaged.
relatively high concentration, preferably with a little bit of light on it, but not too much, so we get a nice sunset or sunrise. So yeah, just there seems about right. Yeah, so the high concentration zones are the turquoise areas. You may see, if you see the solid turquoise like we see there, that is sort of maxed out. You may see a solid blue, a darker blue but solid. That is the minimum, or the yeah. Basically, that means there's a very, very low concentration. But stratum and bacteria, they're like flat areas, or relatively flat areas, and they should be relatively easy to find. So long as it's not pitch black, it's really hard to find. Oh, hitting the ground a bit hard there.
Integrity compromised.
It's a little bit too hard. A bit of damage there. Let's see, we are only a couple of jumps away from a fleet carrier, so I won't bother repairing the damage. Let's take a very, very gentle landing and put the systems to full.
Taking damage.
Right, okay. Let's get in the SRV, going off for some stratum and bacteria.
Low gravity warning.
Alright, stratum straight away. Tectonics, which is good, that's the most valuable type. This is worth about 20 million each, 4 times that if it hasn't been scanned before. So I've got first footfall, so it hasn't been scanned before. So we've got tectonics green. So stratum, tectonics, where is it? Stratum green. Right, so that's 24 of those. So it's 500 meters between samples. Alright, so the stratum is very similar looking to the rocks here, so it's a little bit harder to find. I think I saw one just over here. Yeah, there it is.
Drive assist off.
Where's the ship gone? Oh, it's hiding behind that rock. Right, so the screenshot, I think this screenshot here. Right, so that will be the screenshot. Oh, I'm just saving the screenshot. I need to get the name of the planet. Alright, and we'll get back in and go and find one more of those, and then we'll have a little bit of a look around for bacteria. If I don't find the bacteria, I won't spend ages searching for that. So yeah, it looks like the sun is setting rather than rising. It seems to be getting darker. Oh, I think I just saw some bacteria. Yeah, there's bacteria there, and it's a bright colour, so it should be easy to find. Yeah, so there's the bacteria, and it's got some stratum right next to it. Perfect. Right, am I having a problem broadcasting? My number of viewers keeps jumping from 3 to 1 and back again. Right, so what kind of bacteria have we got here? Cerberus teal. Cerberus teal, it's the fourth one of those. Right, so we'll try and get a little bit of altitude now and find another one. Hopefully that will launch us a bit. So there's some over there. I'm not sure if that is going to be 500 meters. Right, that one's close, but there's one over here. I think that are a bit further away from the other sample, more likely to be out of range.
Drive assist off.
Right, so that's two of those. We need one more, and then we're done with this system. Try and find something to launch us, give us a bit of a launch. And there's one straight there in front of us. Hopefully I haven't just doubled back on ourselves. Maybe that one's too close, but we'll give it a go.
Drive assist off.
No, it's too close. Yeah, I've got 3 more in front there.
Drive assist off.
Right, so that should say complete now. Yep, assemble complete. Right, we are done on this system, in this system.
Drive assist off.
Right, so now we'll head off towards the fleet carrier. Get a bit of altitude first. I think we have the fleet carrier already targeted. Yeah, so it's just 7 jumps away. We can go straight there without getting out of the atmosphere. So here we go.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Right, so we'll go back to scanning systems. See if there's anything interesting there. And we are looking for Earth-like worlds, ammonia worlds and water worlds. So there's none of those here, so straight off to the next system.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. scoping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. System scan complete. Fuel scoping.
Right, let's see if we find anything here. No, it's just one body, so that's just going to be the star.
Scoping complete.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Alright, 11 bodies here. And we have a water world, so we'll scan this system. So what we're doing is looking for biological features. That's the water world.
System scan.
Yeah, so no biological features there, so we'll go straight off to the next one.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete. Warning, temperature critical.
Again, more water worlds. So there's probably 2 or 3 there. Oh, and I think that looks very much like notable stellar phenomenon. And there's at least one more of those, so we will go and visit that. Alright, so there's at least one planet there behind the star. And that is at least one more as well. So, yeah, we're going to have to move to scan the whole system. That's one of the water worlds. Alright, I think it's now time to move. So that's another notable stellar phenomenon. Right, so there's no life in this system apart from the notable stellar phenomenon. That's the second water world. Right, let's go and see which one's the closest. Yeah, so there it is, 2,000 light years. So we've already got it selected, so we'll head towards that. Not 2,000 light years, 2,000 light seconds. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Probably going to be spiky boys, pods, or silicate crystals. Right, those are silicate crystals. Turn on night vision, see what else we can see. We've got spiky boys as well. So that's Is that the star over there? That bluish thing? I don't know. It's quite a dark nebula. Right, let's scan it first, see what we've got. Well, that got us the codex entry. I think this is a good place for a screenshot as well. So let's get the camera suite out. Right, let's get that there like that. I think that was good. Right, I'm just trying to get control of the camera suite again. Let's get a better angle on there. As it rotates, it's sort of moving towards the center of the screen more. Right, I think we'll go with that there. Right, let's save that. Right, okay, that's the screenshot saved. Let's go and scan the spiky boys. Do we have pods here as well? Can't see anything that looks like it might be pods. Well, I'm not sure what they are. That thing directly there in the middle. Is that a pod or another silica crystal? Alright, those could be pods. Pods are much smaller. Yeah, I think they are pods actually. Yes, they're much smaller and they normally group together. Actually, that's not a pod, that's another silica crystal. Alright, let's see what kind of sparkly effects we get from here. Right, so that's the ice crystals. And do we have any pods? No, I don't think we do. Right, okay, let's set a course for the next notable stellar phenomenon. What's that there? That's too small to be a silicate crystal. Is it a pod? No, it's just far away.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, so we're only 2 jumps away from the fleet carrier. Overshot a bit there. Alright, so this looks very similar to the last one. Again, we've got spiky boys and silicates. I can't see anything. It's obviously pods. So those two there look pretty close together. We'll scan those two. So that's Rosem. I was pretty sure all the Rosem things were red or pink. So why there is all grey, I don't know. So we get a codex entry for that. And this one's got a pink sparkles. If we get really close to that, our temperature will start decreasing. So it's currently 28. Get a bit closer and it'll probably start going down. And that's a Rosem ice crystal. Yeah, we'll see our temperature drop in there. That will drop down to about 2%, possibly even less. And we'll see the window screen begin to frost up. Yeah, so 2%. Right, okay, that's this system done. So, put the scanners away. Choose the next star to the fleet carrier.
Cannot comply.
And head off.
Frameshift drive charging.
So, yeah, just 2 more jumps to go. I have visited fleet carriers in this sector. There were 2 at the easternmost tip of the galaxy, or easternmost point of the galaxy. One of those I managed to sell my data for, but it's been a while since I hit those.
System scan complete.
And there's been scanned quite a lot of plants since then.
Fuel scooping complete.
So yeah, there's nothing in this system, just one body. So straight off to the next system.
Charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Right, so as we'd expect, this system has been visited before. And scanned.
Fuel scooping
Right.
complete.
What do we have? We have a concentrated signal source. That'll be the fleet carrier. Nothing in the planets that we're interested in, so let's just go to the fleet carrier. Right, so what is the fleet carrier orbiting? It normally orbits something interesting. Oh. Right, so that's 5,000 light seconds away, so that's going to be a couple of minutes to get there, but not too long. Oh, looks like we are in the rings or on the edge of the rings. Right, let's might as well scan the rings as we go into them. Oh, it's only a 7.
Surface scan complete.
It's going to be a bit hard to get the whole of the planet. I'll get the back half anyway. Might be able to. I can fire one underneath, so that should be okay.
Surface scan by 50%.
Did I hit the rings? Surprised there's absolutely nothing on there.
Surface scan complete.
Right, so at the moment I don't know if the fleet carrier is this side of the rings or the other side. There's this side, we're okay.
Welcome, Commander. Adherence to the speed limit is
Hope there's a bar in this one. It should have a nice view if it has.
has been refused. The maximum acceptable range for requests is 7.5 kilometers. Docking request accepted. Proceed to your designated path, Commander.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking complete. Gate is secure. Your ship has docked, Commander.
Right, okay, let's first sell the exploration data. Universal cartographics. Alright, I've got a feeling this isn't going to have a all the facilities because it hasn't got the horizon stuff. So yeah, okay, I'll just sell the page. So it says there was 4 pages there. Can we make the balance up to 30 billion? Right, so yeah, we need to go back and click on Universal Cartographics again. So it should now say there's 3 pages. Yeah, so there's 3 pages. For some reason, when you sell data and you have data left, it sometimes says you don't have any left. Alright, so getting pretty close. Yeah, just 500 million to go. And I think that probably is all the data. Yes, it is. So we've got no outfitting. I can't update livery. Let's do the maintenance. So I won't do the paint job. I'll just repair the ship. Alright, let's go and have a walk around the fleet carrier and see what we can see. So we have one guard. Let's see what facilities we have. Yeah, nothing. So that would be the bar. That would be... can't remember what that would be. So we have the shipyard. Again, that is an old thing, and that is where you'd have Vista Genomics. So, the Pioneer Services, that other one there. So no selling data today. So let's go and get a screenshot. Right. So try and get the name of the fleet carrier in there. So we've got that in the background there. Right, so what view do we want? So I want to get that. I want to get that sign in behind us. So I can move over here a bit more. Can I get the sign in from there? Yes, I can. Right, okay, so let's move the avatar. Now, what options do I have here? Can I point? Alright, I can point. Yeah, let's just do that. Can I don't want to do that. Right, okay. So, yeah, there we go. Right, so that's the screenshot. I'll just save that. Save. And we need the name of the planet we're on. Or planet is that one. I'll also put the name of the fleet carrier in the name of the file. So I'll copy that. So it's a CCEC DS Vault with an exclamation mark. Right, okay. Right, well what I'm going to do now is see how far... let's go back to the ship. Let's go back to the ship first. Then we'll see how far the next and the nearest neutron star is. I suspect it's going to be quite a long way. If it is, then I will call it a day for now. If it isn't, then we'll jump onto the neutron star superhighway or do another few minutes. Yeah, so it's a CEC DS Vault. That's the name of the ship. Or the fleet carrier. So let's have a quick look at the map. Yeah, right, so we're at this fleet carrier now. Our next destination is this one here. So we did all these on the way. So yeah, I deviated from this route a little bit. I went to here, and then to here, and then to here. So yeah, so we'll be going back along there. I suspect there aren't going to be many neutron stars until I get to somewhere around here. But let's have a look and see what we can find. So let me find the web page with the neutron stars. Where it's got neutron plotter, that's what it's called. Right, okay, so right, so this is the neutron plotter. What we need to do is we need to put our current station, our destination, and the jump range of our ship. So that's the jump range when it's fully laden. So well, we can get that first. So the jump range, I think that's probably set to our current jump range. The jump range is 77.48. We are fully fueled. Okay, 77.48. So that's a little bit of an improvement since I did the last leg of the Galaxy. I think I adjusted what's on board a little bit. The system we are in, so I know that already. What I don't actually know is where we're going to go to next. So we'll have to get that from the other map. All right, so yeah, so we now need to find the name of the system where this fleet carrier is. Again, if you draw a straight line from there to there, it takes you through this big void where there are no stars. So it may not work until we get somewhere around here. But let's get the name of the system. Right, so that is the next fleet carrier we're visiting. We may be visiting a few other things on the way, but let me just plot that in there. Oh, sorry, that's the in the system. Right, so that's the DSS Courant. Right, so let's plot that, copy that into the neutron star plotter. And calculate. Right, so it does take a while to calculate. So let's see if that comes up with anything. The route may be too long. Oh no, it's come up with something. Right, so that's our current destination. Our first neutron star is just 5 jumps away, here. Oh, then we have an 88 jump gap before we get to our next neutron star, which is here. So okay, let's do the first neutron star jump, and then we'll call that a day. I think I've got half an hour, which should be enough to get 5 systems. So we'll see how far we get, but yeah, we'll do the first neutron star jump and call that a day. Alright, so back into the game.
Glimpse disengaged. Ship departure confirmed.
Landing gear retracted.
Alright, so I'll just show you. Yeah, what we can do is you tick off the systems as you've gone through them. If you then click on here, that will copy the location into your clipboard. We'll then go into the game, to the system map, and paste that in there. It's taking us in the right direction, that's good. So, oh, it's quite a circuitous route to get to it, but okay, we'll do that. And head off.
Frameshift drive charging.
You can actually jump through rings, so long as you're far enough away from them that you don't hit them before you jump into frameshift drive or super cruise.
3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, nothing in that system.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage. System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, nothing in this system.
Frameshift drive charging.
3 more jumps to go.
Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping. System scan complete. Fuel scooping complete.
Just the star in that system. Yeah, so when you refuel at a neutron star, it sort of boosts your jump range for one jump, and you can get 4 times the distance. So yeah, basically that means you can travel almost 4 times faster. It's not quite 4 times faster because you do have to go to a fuel star every now and again just to top up with ordinary fuel. So yeah, you can normally do 4 or 5 jumps on a neutron star, top up on a normal star, and then do another 4 or 5 jumps on a neutron star. So yeah, the main part of the neutron star superhighway, we can't really get onto that until we've done about 100 and probably about 120 jumps to get onto it properly. But we'll just do the one jump with the one neutron star that's nearby, and then we'll call that a day. So nothing in that system we want to look at. Yeah, so the next one is the neutron star. So it's a good idea to fully refuel before you start on the neutron star superhighway, because you'll be using a lot of fuel, or you won't be refueling at the neutron stars. You'll just be boosting your jump range at the neutron stars. Right, so what we need to do is first come to a halt when we get there. Now we need to fly into one of the spiral cones to refuel. Now this is the first neutron star we've found in this sector of the galaxy. Yes, definitely worth scanning them because they are worth. They are one of the most valuable stars to scan. So we need to slowly line up with the cone. There we go, and try and fly down the middle of that spiral until it says we've reached. So yeah, it will warn you about the safety limits. This does damage the frameshift drive a tiny bit, but as long as you've got it's normally enough to get you between fleet carriers. Right, so I think we're supercharged now. So if we now look at our ship's jump range, before it was 77.48. Let's see what it is now. Oh, sorry, let's go to that. Jump range is now 322. So I'll get the next system in the route, which is far more than 332. So I've got that scanned in the paste buffer now, so we'll just paste that into there. If we plot a route to it, now we won't be jumping all of that range in one go. Actually, it looks like we probably won't be jumping any of that range in one go. It looks like it's probably... right, okay, right, so yeah, there are virtually no stars between here and there. So to get to there, you have to go around here. If we look on the map, yeah, so you can't even get from this sector directly to this sector. So yeah, so you have to go around there a long way. So that is not going to work. As our next destination, we need to be sort of heading more. So our next fleet carrier is in this sector here. So yeah, we need to be heading around here manually, not on the neutron star superhighway. So I am going to have to find a star manually that is that distance away. So if we go back to here and just head manually in that direction about that distance. So click on a star. So that's a bit too far. So it was, what did I say, 320. So somewhere between those two, 388, 360, 317. So yeah, let's set that as our destination. So to set it as a destination, you don't plot a route to it, you just click on there. So you get the pyramid on there. And we should now just be able to jump to that directly.
Cannot comply.
Right, so was it the right number? 322 light years. Current 312. Right, so it's 312 is the distance, not 320. So let's go back again. So that was the destination star. We need to come a little bit closer. 346. Oh, we're going the wrong way. 240. That's quite a lot further away. Just to zoom in on that one and just go from there. So what's that one there? 207. That's about as close as we can get, I think. So let's plot that one. How about that one there? Is that any better? 260. No, it isn't. Yeah. So we'll use that one. And so here we go. A jump of 279 light years.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Right, there we go. First jump on the neutron star superhighway, and the last one for quite a while. Right, okay, I'm going to call that the end of the stream.
Scooping.
The next stream, I'll try and get into the neutron star superhighway before the next stream, and we'll be heading towards the. Let's go back to the galaxy map and have a look at that. Yeah, so in the next stream, we'll be heading towards this fleet carrier and the outer Orion spur. So as you can see, we are here at the moment, and we just done a jump to somewhere around here. But the next one on the neutron star superhighway was over here, and again, there's all of this around here where there are no stars at all. So yeah, you do have to go around there to get from this sector to that sector. So you need to go through 3 sectors. To get from there to there, you need to go through all 3. Although there are like about 4 stars here that you can get to from this sector, but you can't get to them from there. Right, okay, thanks very much for watching. I'll be streaming again quite soon, and I'll see you next time. So fly safely and goodbye.